Hi everyone, Naren here. Do you know Oracle stopped supporting Java 8 in January 2019? This means there is no commercial use after January 2019, and hence industry also a lot of us has already upgraded to Java 11 and more versions. In this session I am going to explain all important features of Java 11. I will explain each and every features with a demo example. Hope it will help to understand and implement the same in your project work. Also, it will help to crack any of the interview. Let's discuss one by one. So, these are the new features added in Java 11. Okay. So, some of the new methods in string class, and they have introduced this var in Lambda expressions itself, and there is a not methods in predicate, and they have improved something in file handling and nest based access control, that is accessing of private data members and HTTP client, and also they can execute Java without compiling the Java code. Without compiling they can execute it. All these features will explain one by one. Let's understand. So first feature is new string methods in the string class. Okay, these are the methods: each, blank, line, strip leading, strip trailing, repeat. All these methods can reduce the amount of boilerplate code which involved in manipulating string object and save us from having to import libraries. So these are very important methods. So let's see one by one. I will create a demo class to make you understand. Let's say string demo. Let's have a main method. I will say string s equal to cout s dot each blank. So this each blank method will return true. If we'll give some space also, this each blank method will return true. And do you know there is a each empty method also? What it is doing? This is also returning true. No, it is returning false, because this each blank method is checking if is there any non-white space character. So space is a white space character, so it is not not considering that. But in each empty it is checking whether the string is the length of the string is 0 or not. You see, this each empty came in 1.6. Okay, it is checking length is 0 or not. But this each blank method checking is there any non-white space character, that it is considering. So white space character it is not considering. White space character, suppose slash n, and if I'll give something like slash r, it will not consider. These are white space character, so still it will give true. Okay, so each blank method we saw. Now let's see another method, that strip method. String s2 equal to, suppose I will say Java 11, and I will give some space here and in the beginning also. Then I will call this strip method s2 dot strip. So this strip method introduced in Java 11. So what it is doing, it is truncating all the spaces before and after. Okay, let comment these two line, don't be confused. Okay, so let's see other method like cout. s2 dot strip leading, strip trailing, two method I told, right? s2 dot strip trailing. What it will do, whatever space is there after the string it will remove, but before the string whatever space it will be there. Like we'll have strip leading. So this strip leading, what it will do, it will remove all the spaces before the stream. So we can test like this. If we'll replace dot replace with space with some special character at the rate, let's say I will give. So like this, if I'll call here, we can identify. You see, strip is removing before and after, but this strip trailing, it is removing after any space it is removing, but before the space is there, that's what replacing. But strip leading, before the string if any space is there, that is removing, after the space is there. Okay, and we are having other method that is called lines. Let's call that method lines method. Suppose we are having line new line Java 11 new features slash n or slash r, both are same only. So I will say easy to understand, something like that. So here three line will be print. If I'll say s2 dot lines, actually this is returning a string, so we cannot print like this. We have to use, you see, this lines is returning a string. It is introduced in Java 11, so we cannot print like that. So we can print by using a for each loop. So this is a string, we can call this for each loop, and we can call like this method reference to print show. Okay, so let's remove this line I am commenting, otherwise you will confuse. Okay, so you see three line it is printing. So this lines method. Okay, and what else, a line strip repeat method is there. What repeat method is doing, suppose we are having a string like this Java 11. So if we call this s2 dot repeat, you will pass how many times you wanted to repeat. Three times I wanted to repeat, it will repeat three times. Okay, before this I taught you like what the strip method is calling, that strip. So it is removing, right, space before and after. What this trim method is doing, there is a trim method, right? Earlier there is a trim method, right? Trim method also doing same thing. If you'll see, both are doing same things. Why they given two methods? This trim method, why they introduced in Java 11 then? Actually, the strip method is more clever than the stream method. So, for example, suppose some unique character is there like this. Suppose a character like this is suppose appended u2001 something like that. So in this case, the strip method that also will remove, but the stream we cannot remove, cannot recognize that. See, so these are the new methods they have added in Java 11 in string class. So let's move to next feature. Java 11 var in Lambda expressions. So var is local variable type inference. So even the variable type itself not required to write like int a equal to 10. So here int not required to define. Instead of int you can say var. So that Java compiler will work out for it which type. So this var is introduced in Java 10, but from Java 11 that var also supported in Lambda expressions. Let's understand what is that var. Then only you can understand how it is supported in Lambda expressions. Okay. So I will create another demo class. Let's say type inference, and I need this public static void main method. So for example, I am having a list of string. I am having a list of string called as names1 equal to, I can say list of, I will initialize here few names, suppose Naren and Ravi, something like that. And also like this I am having a another list of names 1 and names 2, something like that. Here itself names 1 and names 2 I am initializing. Some name I am giving Krishna. Okay. So now what I will do, I will add this list like this list of into a another list like names 1 comma names 2, something like that I will do. So what it will do, it is also a list, we can say names, and the types will be like this list of string, right? Something like this, right? So this names we can print like by using this for each loop. I can print like this system dot out. I can use this method reference. Small p. So I can print like this, right? It is printing this names is a list of two list names 1 and names 2. So this is a list of string. So this can be more complex whenever we'll have more data or more number of list and all. So I can say like simple var. So you see this is taken care by Java compiler. Which type no need to bother for it. We'll define var. And if any error will come, right, how to rectify it, you will see here it is showing the type it is showing, that compiler, you see, undefined the type list of string. So even though we define here var, it is implicitly, you will see, compiler is able to recognize that. Even this var we can use in a for each loop also, in a enhanced loop also we can use something like that. So string is, I will say names 1 or names 2. Let comment it. So it is printing, right? We can use here var. Okay. So in loop also we can use. Even suppose int a equal to 10. So this a can, you can say like var, same number of character but it's one choice, right? And we can say final. So final variable also, but we cannot say like null. We cannot initialize as null. We cannot initialize as null. So some restriction is there. Okay. So apart from this, suppose some complex things is there. For example, I will say like this. Let comment this. Okay. I will say like this. Suppose I am having a list. Okay. I wanted to manipulate this. I'm having a chaining of call complex, and that var it will be helpful. Names dot I will call stream, and stream method I will do some manipulations. Okay. I will call stream. Okay. Then I will call filter. Let I will not use this simple list. I will take something like a integer list. I will take list of, I will take like this. Suppose 12 comma 2 comma 13 comma 3 comma 1 1 comma 3 2, something like that I have taken. And I, on top of this list I called stream, and on top of it I called filter. I wanted to filter even number. Okay. So I can say like n, I will pass a predicate here, n percentile 2 equal to 0. I need that even number. After that I will print it. Okay. I will print system dot out. I will use that method reference. Okay. I will comment this. So what it is doing? It is printing, right? All even number. All even number out of this it is printing, right? So now what I will do, I will do like this. I will define as a, I will refactor this code. I will extract as a local variable. I will name as filter. Okay. So you see, it is also working, right? So this type I can say var. So it is printing, right? So this var is helping, and this var is introduced in Java 10. Now let's say how it is useful in the, how it is useful in lambda expressions. Let write a lambda expressions. Okay. I will do one thing. I will remove everything. Okay. I will write a lambda expressions. For that, let me take a functional interface. I will say call, and I will have one method in sum. Only one method is possible, or non-abstract method. Sorry, abstract method. So int a comma int b. This is the lambda expressions, and I wanted to initialize by using, this is the functional interface. I wanted to implement this by using lambda expressions. So I will do a plus b, and it will take two parameters, int a comma int b. Okay, so I can call like this, call dot sum. I will pass 5 comma 10. It will print, right? So this is lambda expressions. Okay, what, how it is working, what is lambda expressions? So I have given a different session, I have uploaded. It is, you can go through it for more detail. Okay, so here in lambda expressions also we can use this var like this. It will work. You see, it's still working, right? So some restriction is there. If you are using var, you cannot mix it. You don't say that I will say like a equal to, I will say this variable as var, and I will, this variable I will say int. It will not work. You cannot mix it. Or you cannot say that I will not use this parenthesis. It will not work. Okay, even without var also, without any without any type, it will work. That is lambda expression. But I wanted to teach you the var. Okay, that's what I explicitly I mentioned. So some restriction is there. If will come, some restriction is there. I showed you, right? So if you cannot skip one variable var, you declare another one, you cannot skip, and you cannot mix it, and that parenthesis is required. And this var you cannot initialize at null. I told you, right? Int a equal to 10. You cannot make var a equal to, you 10 it's possible, and null it's not possible. Okay, and var is not a keyword. You can define like this, var. It's not a keyword, you can define. So you see, but you should not take var as a variable. You should take a good practice, good variable name, right? But I'm saying like it's not a keyword actually. Okay, so this is all about var. It's okay, type inference in Java 11. They are using in lambda expression as well. Okay, let's move to next feature, that is predicate not. Okay, so what it is doing? So for example, we are having a, okay, I will take another class. Okay, predicate not, I will explain. Predicate runner, and I need this public static void main method. Okay, so I will say like predicate uh, predicate predivin. Okay, and it is a functional interface. I will write, I will implement this like this. So it will say like num, so I will say num, and num percentile 2 equal to 0. So I will take a list of numbers, integer, let's say numbers equal to I will initialize here like this. Something like that. Okay. I will initialize like this, and then what I will do, I will try to call this numbers into stream, and then I will try to filter. I will pass this predicate even. After that, I will print for each dot out. I will use this println method reference, and I will define this generic here integer. Okay, so now it will print all even number. There is one even number. Let add few more here. 2, 22. Okay, so it is printing, right? So now I will say pred dot, there is a negate method, so it can negate it. Negate means it will print all the odd numbers. Okay, if the logic is like that, suppose instead of this, suppose there is a static method, public static boolean. This method is there like this, even number method like this. So it will return this. Return, and it will take okay, and this method we are using like this method reference, predicate runner colon even number. It's expecting a very predicate here, right? This filter. So I am giving a method reference of predicate implementation. So this is also giving even number, right? But we cannot here use negate method. We cannot use. So in this scenario, we will use this predicate dot not method. Predicate dot not, and this method will do our job. See, it is giving all odd number. So this predicate dot not method, it is introduced in Java 11. Okay, so let's move to next feature. file API. So in Java 11, they have added some new methods in files class for better file handling. The method is read string and write string. Okay. So what it is doing, I will create another demo class to make you understand. You see, I will say like file demo, and I need this public static void main method. So we are having this read string method. Okay. So this read string method files dot read string. So this read string method is expecting a path. Let's create a path first. Okay. If you'll see this read string method returning string, it is introduced in Java 11. It is expecting a path. Okay. So we'll create a path. Let import these files. Okay. So we'll create a path. Path file path equal to paths dot get method. So here you need to provide the path. So I will I will give the path as resources. So dot forward slash resources, and I will give file name as something sample dot txt. So let import this. Okay, and this is a URL. It should be go as a string. Okay. So we'll pass this file path. Okay, and it is throwing a exception, right? Either we need to handle or throw. Let's throw it. We'll throw it. Throws I added. Okay, so we given the path and we need to provide the content. Okay, so no, we are trying to read, right? We'll create a file name as sample, and we'll have some content, and we wanted to read that. I will create a test file here. Test file, I will say like ABC. I will say line 2. I will say third, something like third line. I will say fourth line, something like that I given. Then I will save that sample.txt under resource. So this content I saved. Okay. Now what we will do? We'll try to read it. We read it. Once we'll read, it will return a string. Let hold that string. I will say file content equal to, and this file content I can print like this. Okay, so you see whatever file in there I have added, same things I am reading here. So this is a easy file read string files. So this read string they have introduced in Java 11. Like the read string, we are having write string. So let calls that write string files dot write string. So it will take, this is optional, okay, it will take the file content what you wanted to write and the file path. Let I will give a new path, file new path. I will create a new variable like this. I will create a new variable, new path I will give, and the name I will change. It's a new sample new text. Same path, same directory. I change that path name, means the file name. Now I will give the some content instead of same content. I will give some new content. Okay, file new content I will give. So what I will do, I will modify this content whatever I'm getting this content, and I will give as a new content string file new content equal to whatever content it is there I'm reading. I'm just trying to some modifying something like that. Suppose wherever in that file we are having line, right? So uh, we are having line, right? Each line will be converted into suppose line, something like that. Okay, so this new content I will pass here, already pass. Now what it will do, if I run it, that is reading from here sample.txt from here, and after that it's trying to write. Let's see whether they have created a new file called as sample hyphen new text and whether they write it with the new content. Let's refresh it. Yes, you see all lines become lines. I modified new content, and that new content it is written in a new file, right? You see this write string and read string, both methods introduced in Java 11. They can pass some additional parameter like what is the character, you can pass Unicode character or what kind of content. Okay, so this is a very important feature, file handling. Okay, next we'll see very fast nest based access control. Okay, so this is what you know. So in Java 11, whenever in this feature that allows classes to access each other private members without the need of bridge methods created by compiler. So whenever we are having a private methods, and if you wanted to access that private methods in some other class methods, like inside that we are having a inner class and we wanted to call that methods, what before Java 11 what it used to happen, compiler used to create a additional bridge methods to call that, but now it is not like that, it is directly calling. I will show you that example. Already there is a program. You see this program, you see there is a private methods. This private methods we wanted to call in a inner class. This is a class nested based control. Inside that we are having a class. This is the inner class. Inside that inner class I am calling this display method. This display method calling that inner class, there is another class, another method known as message, that it is calling. So how to call this inner class method message? This is a non-static message, non-static method, right? To call a non-static method we need to create an object of that class, right? You created, we are creating the object by calling this. Okay, we created first this class object m, and by using that it is a non-static variable, right? So we need to create a object, and after that m dot we call that class. Then we created another object, nested class object, and by using that nested class object we are calling that message, and it is calling that display. Whenever, that means this is a private method we are calling inside this inner class. This facility is known as nested based control feature. So before they used to do lot, like they are implementing a bridge. That method is known as broadbanding accessibility. The compiler used to create internally to call that, but now it is not happening that way. Okay, if I learn, I am able to access. It is like application is not taking that much burden. Okay, so this message is coming from this private and display method. Okay, so this is all about nest based access control. Okay, now we'll go to http client. Okay, before actually we used to use a third party http client, that is apache client, whenever we are sending a request and all. So now from java 11 onwards, they improve this http. They have they this http client is a standard feature, and they recommended to use this http client feature instead of using that apache. And this http client feature, they are having http 1.1 and 1.2 means 2. This http client concept they have introduced in java 9 itself, but in java 11 they have added as a quite more feature. It is rich now. Okay, it is very powerful. We can use like this. You see this class, you see what we did. We created a request object, and we are creating this http client. Okay, and by using this new builder method, okay, this http client, this is introduced in java 11. So we are calling that, we are sending that request, right? You see that request we are sending by using this http client. Response also we are able to get. So if we run, we can able to see that response code 200. You see, so this http client is very powerful. We can use from java 11 onwards. It is more secure. Okay, so another feature, last feature I'm going to explain, that is compile free launch. Java 11 onwards, without compiling, okay, we can run a code. For example, you see, there is a here, if we'll go to C drive, and there is a demo folder. Okay, here this is a class I already wrote. So simple class only. There is a system.out.println God is great, and I wanted to run. You see, only class is there. I will go to command prompt. I will show you Java C. No, I will say Java version. You see, I am using Java 11. Now, if I will say Java, that file name is what I given. That file name is demo, capital D. So if I'll see like this, demo.java, it is giving me output. And if you'll see here, no dot class file created. That means if I'll see C, Java C demo, then one dot class file created. And if I'll do Java demo, it will run. That means whenever we are, without compiling, how we are running internally in memory, internally whenever we are compiling, without compiling it will run internally in memory. It is compiling. You know JSL, right? In java 9 they have introduced. That is a very good feature. Actually, if anyone wanted to, is a beginner, right, you wanted to test something, he can write code directly, he can test. So here also, without compiling, for a beginner it will be useful. We can directly write and run here without compiling java 11 onwards. If we combine that JSL and this feature, even we can write a script, javascript, and we can run like that. As we are in linux, so we are running some script, right? So to write a JavaScript, we need to use some syntax. cbang we need to write some syntax we need to write, and that script. So in the Java history, in Java 11 is a one release. There we can run a Java program as a script directly. We can run. So this is a very good feature. Okay. So for beginners it is useful, and for expert in that they can use that way. Okay, that script. Okay, thanks for watching this video. Actually, if you have any doubt, okay, please let me know in a comment. Okay, and if you really understood whatever concept I given, okay, I explained, if you really understood, please like and comment, and please subscribe my channel so that it will be motivate me to create more videos. Please let me know if you wanted to more deeper or any other topics. If you want, I will explain. Please let me know, and thanks a lot for watching. Please like and subscribe and share my videos. Thank you. Bye.